Okay.
Just forward the ladies. He's not gonna understand. I'll be your Heather Matt only if I.
Hey, let me see that Bluetooth, babe. Let me see that speaker.
Do it.
So they can hear Don.
I think the speaker is a little loud when you play it.
Yeah.
Maybe just lower it tidbit. I'll be your Heather if I can call you my bitch. Yeah, I love my friends.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
Just relaxing.
All right. You there?
Yeah.
All right. So first off, let me do it like this. How was your day today?
Pretty hot, pretty tough.
Was it hot? How about it was
Yeah.
super hot in the warehouse at where I work.
Yeah.
Is the heat hitting y'all?
Not too bad. It hasn't been too bad, as far as heat. Not yet, anyway.
All right. You got about 10. I got to inform you of some stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Couple exposés have been happening. Do you remember when we first connected and well, I really remember it was somewhere in with the Josh the Lab situation. I remember it came in waves. Like first I was dealing with Doug and then Cher, and then we transferred to each tragedy pit, but somewhere around the Josh situation when I was telling you that he was deleting his messages to you on Facebook Messenger, so his conversation changed from 2 people to 1, and then he was putting that on the internet and fooling the viewers, changing the conversation. He's unsending his message, and you didn't know what that was. Somewhere around that, I was like, Don, don't you know this about these people? And you remember, I was informing you all this stuff, and you were laughing because you didn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, all all their baggage and all their dirty laundry and all the truth. Well, I just remember that conversation. So last night, I'm watching a live, and the lady's Smiley. She's like the 70-year-old lady without any eyebrows that talks half hillbilly, half gangster in third person. She says, and Smiley got beat up by her husband. And Smiley, that lady, that idiot. Okay, so when I came back from Tennessee, in your living room, I took a couple pictures with you, and then you moved.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And I'm kissing. There's one where I'm kissing Candus. I posted it in findsomewhereelse.com, and the internet takes it and runs with it and makes this fucking story up about how Candus has a black eye and how you beat up Candus while the only individuals in that house happen to be me, Noel, you, and Candus. But these idiots are telling the viewers that there's at one point, didn't they say Don tackled her?
Yeah, but I have an idea. Because we keep asking him about the wrong name. Does he know who Tina Dace is? Because we asked about Robert Knowledge's power, but we never asked.
He doesn't know. I've asked him many times. Tina? He has no clue who that lady is.
No, you asked Tina though. No. That's her real name. Okay.
No, yeah. So I told you she yells at the camera for nothing. Anyway, so after I debunk all that shit, that lady Smiley was one of the main ones with this theory about this domestic violence thing. So it's came to the light that her husband beats on her. Okay, and he's been arrested multiple times, which is comical because for some odd reason she likes to call me an inmate and a jailbird. Well, her husband could be my fucking roommate. Well, no, because I don't beat women, so he'd be on the other side of the jail. Anyway, this guy has whooped her. There's scars on her forearms and whatnot. And this lady, okay, that's a contradiction itself. She's making fun of and trying to expose that there's some made up domestic violence between you and Candus when in fact her husband's the abuser. But this lady she's been grifting off your daughter's name for years. This bitch.
There's been a bunch of them out now.
Bro, this bitch wrote the judge in Florida. And this lady.
They'll try anything, won't they?
Dude, this lady wrote the judge in Florida, begging the judge to let her husband out for all this reasons, but one of the reasons was her husband's going to help her find Summer Wells. Now get this, Don. I know you don't watch her, and please forgive me for about what I'm about to say. I don't think this, but this asshole has live stream after live stream, like Bullhorn Betty and like Prayer Garden. She believes Summer's not even alive. So to get her abuser out, she exploits Summer Wells to a judge.
Yeah.
Okay. She doesn't even believe Summer's alive. In the letter to the judge, she puts a photograph, and she doesn't even believe it. And then she has the nerve to talk about domestic violence or call it out, but it gets better. She's also accused you of all type of drug use, Candus of drug use. Her own son gets not even pulled over. The motherfucker's passed out because he's high on meth for days. He's got a little kid in the back seat. Cop walks up. He's asked out. Little kid is in a car seat. There's meth all over the car.
Yeah.
Receipts on it. Court documents. You know, with this situation, Don, I have an idea. Last time I came up, there was one thing I didn't do, and that was bring cease and desist letters. This lady has already asserted herself in the courts, and this is my hometown. This is my home state. She lives in Panama City. See, Florida, I know Florida law, and this is easy, man. She's already written a judge, and her whole channel contradicts everything. She doesn't advocate for Summer Wells. She hasn't hung a flyer up. She doesn't go search for her. In advocating, if she means talk shit about you and Candus, but she doesn't. She's showing the judge a picture. She doesn't even believe that girl's alive. So she's already lied to a judge. And on top of that, she's called the TBI multiple times. She acts like a fucking Karen.
How many hours are we from her house?
Panama City, it's up north.
Oh, I was gonna get shipped there when I got arrested once. That ain't that terribly far.
That lady's like 70 years old, Noel.
I'm almost 45.
She's wearing Depends.
I'll put on a diaper too.
She wears Depends. But could you believe this shit?
Yeah, I know. It's been something else since from day one. It's just been one after the other after the other.
I've never in my life.
I've never seen or experienced anything like this.
Bro, she used Summer's name to get her abuser out of jail. The letter is comical. He's an old man himself. He's got high blood pressure. She's like, please, he needs to go in the hospital. And listen, there's nothing funny about domestic violence, but the dude has been arrested for all type of shit, all type of stuff. What was it? Not battery, but I forget. I'm gonna play it here in a second. All type of shit, and she has her arm was all bruised. Yeah, and she's got, that's just one thing with one kid. There's other CPS stuff with the other kid. It's all fucked up, but you'd think she'd advocate for that grandkid or something like that. But it is the complete exposure of herself. And she sits up there on her high horse, but her Depends, she shit herself, and the horse doesn't want to smell it anymore and kicked her off, and she fell off the horse. And if you look at the thumbnail of this video, there's a pile of shit directly over her head because she's a shithead. But I've never seen somebody exploit Summer for legal problems. I mean, this is like tragedy pimping to a different level, Don.
Yeah.
I'm really mad about this.
I mean,
I'm really mad.
So also it has been brought out. Do you remember when you sent me a while back these photographs of the lady who grifted. At one time, she had no teeth, but then she got teeth. Off you and your wife. This would be the picture, people in the chat, that Smiley decided to say, make a big thing out, and same with Cher. But anyway, do you remember this picture that you sent me? I'm sure you remember it. It would be there was 2 monster tattoos on ass cheeks.
Oh yeah. I remember all that.
And remember, you told me Cher sent them to you, and I did a live, and then Cher decided to say that what had happened was she had already posted those on her social media. So came out that her best friend. Do you know who Cotton Candy is, Don?
No, I don't.
It's her best friend, and they've had go ahead.
It's been a while, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I know you've been staying aware. But they had a falling out. She's probably seen the light, which is good. But Cher, her lies have been totally revealed. You know, I don't know did Cher ever tell you about her father?
Yeah.
What'd she tell you?
Yeah.
What'd she tell you?
That she went to jail, and that so whoever was there in the house with her had molested her or something, and he found out about it, and she said that he had tied them up in the house and burned it down.
Hey, Queefer.
Them in the house, to
So I'm glad that you said that.
That's what Cher told me.
All right, so I'm glad you said that, because in the intro, I got thrown off for a second. In my opinion, Cher got ahead of this. She knew at some point someone's going to find it. So when someone found it, they're going to be like, holy shit. So how do you get ahead of this? You make yourself, wait for it, the victim. Of course, her dad killed somebody because she got raped. No, that's not what happened. Her father was in the bushes. Receipts on this, Donald. Yeah. Watching the house burn with the person who died and the child that died. There was 2 different people. He was in the bushes watching it burn. And he's not like, he's been back since release. He's been back to jail, but that doesn't really matter. I just don't understand why she doesn't advocate for that child. You know, why not a bunch of lies about that child? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But the truth has came out. She told, back to the ass pictures. She told her friend that she sent these to you for information. Like, so, but you're like pimping on a different level, because in her sick head, she's like, let me just send him my ass and my cooch. He's sure to tell me the secrets of the case now. And on your side, you're like, there's nothing else you could tell. So if this isn't desperation at its finest. And came out that Mark, the husband, that fucking grifter, he was okay with his wife sending ass cheeks for information.
What?
So let me ask you this. What information did you give Cher once you got these ass cheeks?
Well, I had to show my wife right away the pictures, because, I can't help her. I had to show her right away, and she was pretty pissed.
Do you remember the lies, though, do you remember her saying she posted them on social media?
Yeah.
That lady is a pathological liar. And I'm so glad that her friends exposing her and telling the truth. Exactly, Lisa. Yeah, everybody knows that. But dude, I don't know how you're so calm about this. If this was me, well, I know you don't watch these people.
They have been tortured for years.
Well, I'm just trying to move on and, get away from that kind of a crowd, because there ain't no future in any of that. That's for sure.
You're right.
They have God, and these people have nothing but disgusting evil ugliness.
What has creators done for what's your final say in this? Like, I know you thought social media would help you guys, but looking back, like, what do you think about all this?
It's a lot of people have made a lot of money off of Summer, and there's been so many. And then there's been a lot of people, behind the scenes that are out to make money, and they're truly trying to help. And I thank those people. It's just been one crazy thing after the other. When this all first come out, and I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's been, some people seen it as opportunity to make money. Other people seen it as, a poor little girl that's lost, in this world. And I mean, it's been very eye-opening.
Don, it's going to be the first here in 2 days. We'll be up there in 2 weeks.
Cool.
Me and Noel will be up there in 2 weeks. I got time off for work and all that. Look, man, I want to bring some cease and desist with me, man, and I want to sit down and have a conversation with you. But I want you to take your rights back. I want you to take your freedom back, and I want this to stop. This lady, you're right. People have used Summer's name for money. This lady used Summer's name to get her husband out of jail that whooped her, and has the nerve to call to just belittle you, talk all this shit about you people. I know I've talked to you about taking legal action against these people, and I understand that. What can you get out of Josh the lab who lives with his grandmother? What can you get off this one or this one? But this lady,
that ain't worth the trouble.
It's not about the trouble, man. A cease and desist gives you the advantage. Like, if you were to put a cease and desist off this idiot, she's already included herself legally.
They can't.
She binded herself legally to a judge and opened herself to this judge with her own words, saying that she's going to, help advocate for this girl. If a judge takes a look at her channel and you put a cease and desist on her, she could not talk about you and Candus or Summer again. And if she does, you then can take legal action against her. She has a house. She's got a nice house. She's accidentally shown it a few times. Man, you can put a judgment on that thing, bro.
Yeah, but thanks to people like you that willing to stand up and help us, and stuff, and we do appreciate that. A lot of people can see, that if their words ain't worth spit, so it don't even matter what they say, because there's only a few hundred people at the most that actually buy into all this garbage anymore. I mean, at first, I think, people bought into a lot of this stuff at first, but as time has went on, I mean, the truth, truth always prevails, so.
Truth does prevail, but Don, you got to take your truth back, man. Why? Yeah. Listen, I understand you would rather pray for him and stuff. I get it. But as your friend, man, fuck these people, man. Fuck these people, man. Fuck these people, man.
Yeah, but I mean, you can only really, I don't know.
No, you need to put a cease and desist on this bitch. And if she says your fucking name again, you take legal action against her. Any lawyer will take that case. Because listen, I could literally print some cease and desist, and I could write them up on the way up there on certain people, and that's it. It's a wrap. Now, here's what's going to happen, because I've seen this happen on YouTube a million times, especially with this lady talking half hillbilly and half gangster. She'd be, oh my God, Smiley got cease and desist, and Don Wells, sir, Smiley was cease and desist. That's what every YouTuber does, which is the dumbest thing you can do. And then bro, you download that. I could go through her channel and just download and just completely fuck that lady, man, to where she cannot say your name again, bro. And you have every upper hand to take legal action on that lady. You know what I'm saying, man? Listen. If I get the cease and desist and they're all written out, and I even help you file them, will you take the next step?
Well, I don't know. We'll talk about it when you get
We'll
here.
talk about it offline for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. You got a lot of support in the chat, man.
I appreciate that.
To the people who support you, fuck the haters.
Good people in the world. And there's a lot of people that just don't know what the hell they're doing. They need prayer. They're lost. A lot of people are lost.
How you feel about the world right now?
Oh, it's going to be. It's a wicked world. It
is.
Till the Lord comes back, we got to deal with a wicked world until that time and try to not fall into all that stuff ourselves.
Yeah. Heather Lynn, you'll help them find one. All right, look, y'all. I'm gonna do this. This is for sure. You guys know I'm going up there in 2 weeks, like two weeks and 2 days. Like, I don't know if you're watching the chat or not, but you got a lot of support. Y'all email me, man. Y'all email me. Get a hold of wifey, yeah, help us. Let them take their truth back. They deserve some peace. They deserve some peace. You know what I mean? Why these idiots have put Summer over there and